Hi everyone. I've been getting a lot of questions about my experiences with the Airwolf gravel bike, so here's just a small video with some initial feedback. I must be honest, and frankly I've been riding mostly indoors during the winter because the weather was so bad, and what is more, I was also preparing for the Tour of Flanders cyclo. So I've actually been riding my road bike even more. What is more, I only had one set of wheels that are, well, quite good for gravel tires, so that's my fast forward Tyro wheel set. I took them away off the Airwolf bike, so I put them on my Cervelo, and yeah, with just some road tires, so the last few months I didn't even use the Airwolf bike. Now that said, I've also ordered a new set of wheels, actually from Elite, which is also yeah, one of the Chinese manufacturers. I already received the wheel set, but unfortunately they delivered it with SRAM XDR hub, so yeah, they've been shipping a new hub. Okay, first things first, in order to ride a bike you have to build the bike first. It was pretty straightforward, however I did have an extreme amount of difficulties with routing the cables through the cockpit. It's very inconvenient. It's actually not as well designed as compared to the cockpit I've seen on my Cervelo, which has some bigger openings to actually manage the cables, and yeah. If you can go for a battery DIA2 build or even a SRAM build, then you might be even better, because managing to get either two hydraulic cables and two mechanical cables through the cockpit, it was very difficult. My biggest concern so far with the bike is the headset. I've actually did multiple rides, but on a few of them I've got a loose headset, and that's mostly because of the compression plug. Now, when you buy a Chinese bike you don't get a manual, and you mostly have to figure out yourself how to install the bike, but of course you also have to manage the torque specs. And in this case I might have under-tightened the compression plug, but yeah, I always go for like 6 to 8 Newton meters, and I still managed to get it up whilst riding. Maybe I just put on too much weight on the front area of the bike when riding very rough terrains, because everything works fine on just, I would say normal gravel or riding tarmac, but every time I go on some more mountain bike trails that I'm just discovering whilst riding, then I really mess up the bike, and the compression plug gets pulled upwards. And I must say, after buying my Cervelo bike, I also had the same issue with the compression plug. So it's not just a Chinese bike manufacturer issue, it can happen to any frame with a compression plug. In regards to my Cervelo, it's actually glued inside of the stereo tube, and it must have been faulty, so they had to re-glue it. It's just I'm still figuring out what is the right tension without damaging the carbon steerer, of course. And that's why I still can't give you any definitive guides on should you buy this bike or not. That's the short explanation about how I feel about the bike at the time being. However, I do love riding the bike, and just the way I've set it up, it works fine for me, and it was a good investment, not value for money, of course, to have a feel if I like riding gravel or not. But of course I will keep you posted on my further experiences. I will also show you the Elite gravel wheels in a future video, and I might come back to the full build process of the Airwolf.